In a world where every living being eventually faces the quiet inevitability of death, one might wonder about the true purpose of striving to live at all. This profound question lingered in my mind until I encountered a remarkable animated short film called 1 Minute Fly, directed by Michael Reichert in 2008. Though it has garnered numerous international awards for its poignant storytelling, it is not, as some recollections might suggest, an Oscar winner. That distinction belongs to other works like the 1980 Hungarian film The Fly, which explores a housefly's frantic perspective in a dizzying chase. Instead, 1 Minute Fly stands as a deeply moving award-winning piece that has touched hearts worldwide, amassing views in the millions on platforms like YouTube and inspiring discussions on social media about the essence of existence. As I delve into its narrative, allow me to unfold it like a gentle whisper from the cosmos, drawing you into a tale that mirrors our own fleeting journeys, enriched with real scientific theories about the universe's grand design, where entropy dances as both creator and destroyer, urging us to ponder our place amid the stars. Picture this: a tiny fly emerges into the world, its wings still damp and trembling with the freshness of birth. The air around it hums with the subtle vibrations of life, the distant rustle of leaves in a lush forest, the faint warmth of sunlight filtering through a canopy of ancient trees, and the soft, earthy scent of moss-covered ground. But scarcely has this newborn creature begun to sense the vastness of its surroundings when it notices something ominous hovering above its head, a ticking clock relentlessly counting down the seconds. It circles the device twice, its small body buzzing with confusion, the rapid flap of wings echoing like a hurried heartbeat in the quiet wilderness. In that moment of bewilderment, an older fly drifts by, bearing a similar clock. And then, in an instant, the elder's timer reaches zero. It plummets to the ground with a barely audible thud, its body still and lifeless amid the fallen leaves, a stark reminder of nature's unyielding cycle. The young fly stares at the motionless form for what feels like an eternity in its brief span, the weight of realization settling like a shadow over its fragile frame. It comprehends, with a surge of instinctive dread, that its own life is confined to precisely 1 minute, a mere 60 seconds to encompass all that existence might offer. The forest seems to hold its breath, the wind whispering through branches as if mourning the loss. Yet, from the departed fly's grasp tumbles a crumpled piece of paper, fluttering like a lost leaf and landing squarely on the young one's face. Unfurling it reveals a long list of life's supposed essentials, experiences deemed worthy of pursuit, a bucket list inherited from generations past, perhaps symbolizing the societal expectations that bind us all. Panic surges through the fly like a sudden gust, propelling it into frantic action. It spots a raccoon, often called a raccoon in common parlance, though scientifically known as Procyon lotta, munching on ripe fruit nearby. Without pausing to savor the juicy sweetness or inhale the tangy aroma that fills the air, the fly dives in, snatching 2 hasty bites. Task complete, ticked off with mechanical urgency, as if the mere act of consumption validates its existence. Next comes the call to party, but solitude grips it, no companions buzz nearby. In desperation, it seizes a passing snail, its shell glistening with morning dew, dragging the slow-moving creature along to fulfill the quota. The scene evokes a quiet sadness, the forced merriment amid the forest's symphony of chirping birds and rustling undergrowth, highlighting how often we chase superficial connections without forging genuine bonds. Undeterred, the fly ascends the world's tallest tree, its wings straining against the upward pull, the bark rough and ancient beneath its tiny legs. As it climbs, the view unfolds, a panorama of emerald treetops swaying in harmony, the distant horizon where sky meets earth in a hazy embrace. One by one, items are crossed off, each accomplishment a fleeting triumph amid growing exhaustion. But then, the list demands survival from a bird attack. The fly freezes, the air thickening with tension, the distant call of a bluebird slicing through the calm like a warning. Suddenly, the predator swoops from behind, its feathers a blur of azure and shadow, engulfing the fly in a whirlwind of chaos. Tumbling earthward, the fly rolls and twists, inadvertently completing the skydiving entry as the ground rushes up with terrifying speed, the wind howling in its ears like a symphony of peril. Mid-fall, it collides with a female fly, their bodies brushing in a momentary tangle. Without time for affection or contemplation, no shared glances or tender buzzes, it hastily deems this marriage and procreation fulfilled, a poignant commentary on rushed relationships in our own lives, where milestones are ticked without the warmth of true intimacy. Crossing an ocean expanse, the fly glimpses a whale breaching the waves below, its massive form sending sprays of salty mist into the air, the deep rumble of its call vibrating through the atmosphere. Why this sighting? The list demands it, so it marks it done, mechanically, without pausing to marvel at the creature's majestic grace or the ocean's rhythmic swell. Amid these exploits, acts of unexpected heroism emerge. The fly rescues a ladybug, scientifically Coccinella septempunctata, from drowning in a puddle, its red-spotted wings flailing desperately against the water's surface tension. Later, it wriggles free from a spider's web, the silken thread sticky and unyielding, the spider's eyes glinting with predatory intent in the dappled light. Even a bungee-like leap occurs during another pursuit by a larger bird, the elastic rebound of a vine saving it from doom. Finally shaking off the hunter, the fly pauses, its breath ragged, only to notice a chorus of frogs behind, their cheeks inflating like balloons, eyes gleaming with an eerie, almost welcoming hunger. The croaks fill the air like a sinister lullaby, prompting immediate flight. Glancing upward, the fly sees its clock dwindle to 17 seconds. The forest blurs into a frenzy of motion, leaves whipping past, the scent of pine sharp and invigorating, as it races to complete the remnants. 10 seconds remain. Stargaze, next, but the midday sun blazes unrelentingly, not a cloud in sight to dim its glare. The final challenge, achieve fame. How can a being destined for oblivion etch its name into eternity? Despair creeps in, a heavy fog settling over its spirit, as if incomplete tasks would render its end unbearable. In the clock's final tick, a droplet of resin cascades from an overhanging branch, encasing the fly in a warm, amber embrace, solidifying into a heart-shaped gem amid the tranquil woodland hush. Hours pass, and night descends like a velvet curtain, stars twinkling overhead in a breathtaking display of cosmic wonder. The fly, preserved, finally beholds the celestial lights, their distant glow piercing the amber with ethereal beauty. Millennia unfold, over 10,000 years, as geological layers shift and erode, the hum of evolving life echoing through time. Eventually, human explorers unearth the fossil in a stratified rock bed, flashbulbs popping like miniature stars, media outlets from around the globe clamoring to report on this unique prehistoric one-minute fly, granting it posthumous renown. Yet, this conclusion stirs a profound bittersweet ache within me, much like the quiet sorrow one feels watching autumn leaves fall in a gentle rain. The fly's existence was a whirlwind of busyness, devouring delicacies without tasting their essence, forming alliances without exchanging a single meaningful vibration, even uniting in partnership and offspring without the spark of genuine love. It never paused to question its desires, enslaved to a prescribed ledger of societal must-dos. Does this not echo so many human stories? From childhood, we are steered towards exams, stable careers, marriages, and families, guilt gnawing at us for any idle moment. We chase accolades as obligatory quests, forgetting to inhale the fragrance of roadside blooms, relish the steam rising from a mother's homemade soup, or sit by a serene lake, mind adrift in peaceful reverie. This film, with its simple yet evocative animation, the soft, whimsical character designs, the waltzing soundtrack that tugs at the heartstrings, and the interplay of light and shadow, serves as a mirror to our souls. It reminds us that true living transcends checklists, dreams need not be grandiose, and death itself holds no terror. The real dread lies in reaching life's end only to realize one has never truly lived for oneself. After absorbing this tale, I urge you to reflect, is your life's ledger one of authentic yearning, or merely echoes of others' expectations? To deepen this introspection, let us weave in the threads of real cosmic theories, drawing from the vast tapestry of scientific inquiry. Consider the second law of thermodynamics, which posits that entropy, a measure of disorder in a system, inexorably increases in an isolated universe. Just as the fly's clock ticks down to zero, our cosmos hurtles towards what physicists call the heat death, or big freeze, where all usable energy disperses evenly, leaving a cold, uniform void incapable of sustaining processes or life. This hypothesis, rooted in observations of expanding space and cooling temperatures, suggests the universe began in a low-entropy state post-Big Bang and will end in maximum entropy trillions of years hence, much like the fly's brief spark fading into eternal stillness. Yet, intriguingly, MIT physicist Jeremy England proposes that life itself arises from this entropic drive. Under energy influxes like sunlight, matter restructures to dissipate energy more efficiently, acquiring lifelike traits. In this view, the fly's frantic pursuits mirror how living systems temporarily buck entropy's tide, creating order amid chaos, only to ultimately contribute to greater disorder upon death. Ponder 2 the Big Rip scenario, an accelerative model where dark energy tears apart matter in mere billions of years, recycling everything in a cosmic reset. Or the simulation hypothesis, echoed in philosophical metaphors from ancient thinkers like Zhuangzi's butterfly dream, where one questions if life is but a dream within a dream, to modern musings by Nick Bostrom, suggesting our reality might be a computed construct. Our 1 minute lives mere code in a grander program. On social platforms like X, users share reflections. One viewer described the film as evoking deep emotional touches, likening the fly's world to tiny wonders full of grace, while another parallels it to societal conformity in animations like B-movie, urging breaks from the mold. Scientists like Stephen Hawking, in his interviews, dismissed afterlives as fairy stories for those afraid of the dark, emphasizing fulfillment in our finite span, much as the fly finds accidental immortality through amber preservation. These ideas stir a sense of cosmic mystery. If entropy governs all, why does life persist in defying it, even briefly? Theories from Gnostic traditions to quantum fluctuations hint at escapes. Perhaps universes birth anew from heat death, or multiverse branch infinitely, our stories echoing eternally. The dead universe hypothesis posits our cosmos as remnants of a prior, vaster one, its memories imprinted in particles, suggesting continuity beyond apparent ends. In literature and film, such as Magnolia, with its raining frogs as metaphors for inexplicable interventions, or The Tree of Life, exploring creation's interconnectedness, these themes amplify the fly's allegory, inviting us to embrace the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. As we navigate this enigmatic existence, let us draw inspiration from the fly's unintended legacy, fame not through striving, but through surrender to nature's flow. In an ever-expanding universe, where galaxies drift apart like forgotten friends, our brief moments hold infinite potential for meaning. What hidden stars await your gaze? What unscripted joys lie beyond the list? In closing, I extend my deepest gratitude to the brilliant minds who illuminate these cosmic riddles. To Jeremy England, for his groundbreaking formula linking entropy to life's origins, thank you for your tireless pursuit of understanding, offering hope that order blooms from disorder through your dedicated efforts. To Stephen Hawking, whose profound insights into time, space, and human purpose continue to inspire even after his passing, we owe immense appreciation for your unyielding curiosity and contributions that have enriched our collective knowledge immeasurably. To cosmologists exploring heat death and Big Rip scenarios, such as those at institutions like NASA and the European Space Agency, your silent devotion to unraveling the universe's fate deserves our heartfelt respect, fostering a deeper societal awareness of our shared fragility. And to filmmakers like Michael Reichert, whose creative visions bridge science and emotion, thank you for your quiet seed that sparks reflection and growth in us all.